What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Classically Christian coming back at you with another reaction video, and I wanted to change up the setup a little bit. I got some LED lights here, you know, got the setup looking a little bit different. We're gonna get some more stuff for the wall too. I know it's very bare right now. We're just in the process of doing things, but anyway, what we have here for you guys, we're gonna be reacting to Stinkmeaner is the personification of evil by Cjdachamp, who does epic videos of Black Air Force Energy. He's done like Kid Buu and Slade and Broly and just a bunch of different characters. And this guy, he has such an interesting way and capturing way of breaking down cartoon characters, anime characters that we've watched, and just, you know, inserting his own commentary over it and making it, you know, just unique that way. So that's something I really enjoy with him. And yeah, I mean, I think this is lagging a little bit with the audio and stuff, but we're gonna fix it up in post-production anyway, without any further.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are just many haters in fiction just in general. For an example, Reverse Flash. I mean, yo, this man hates Barry so much, I don't even know if you call it hating at this point. It's like a severe case of meat munching. Hell, ladies and gentlemen, the man that we are focusing on today might be one of the most despicable, vile, disgusting, and ignorant human beings to ever grace God's green earth. The personification of hatred, Colonel H. Stinkmeaner.
And you know, we reacted to him here before. You can check out my Boondocks reaction videos on the channel as well. Shameless plug.
Exhibit A. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, to understand the philosophy of Stinkmeaner, and basically this entire video, ladies and gentlemen, I must explain to you the moment. An altercation caused by ignorance overwhelming the logic, otherwise rational thinking of a brother. Now watch closely as I personally give you a demonstration. Hey, watch where you going, nigga. Hey, what you say to me, cuh?
So I remember one time in class, I was in language arts class. I was a big Boondocks fan back then in high school, and me and my friends in a group decided that, you know, we had a class where we had to reference Shakespeare in some way. And so instead of a nigga moment, we made it a Shakespearean moment where ignorance overcame the mental state of an otherwise rational Renaissance man. Yeah, I mean, that was it. Like, we basically just copied Boondocks word for word, but just put it in like Shakespeare talk. And yeah, I love this show. I love this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Colonel H. Stinkmeaner. Now, even back in his childhood, Stinkmeaner was always an old, hating, bitter ass.
Yes, he was.
He didn't care for beautiful sceneries, sunsets, rainbows. He just disliked happiness in general. Man, this some old bush. At age 15, Stinkmeaner lost his
He's literally doing the entire voiceover that the Boondocks did.
He was just glad that he ain't had to see no more. So doctors only gave him 3 years left to live. So he decided for those 3 years, he would dedicate his life to spread misery and hatred, all for just singing us. And the thing is, people don't even know how he lived to become an old man. All they just say is, bro, it's basically a Sith Lord. The hatred drove him to live every single day. Now later on, we see this beat up ass pickup truck driving like a Nissan Altima in Atlanta, not giving a care in the world. Jesus Christ, it's like truck.
People in Atlanta cannot drive.
Wait a minute. I'm now thinking about it.
Well, not my friends in Atlanta.
Gave this old blonde nigga
I lived in Atlanta for a long time. Most of my life, Atlanta area, not Atlanta exactly. But anyway, yeah, a lot of crazy drivers in Atlanta. So valid reference, valid reference.
Driver's license. Whoever issued this, you should be ashamed of yourself. Now, as we can see, this man is speeding through a parking lot going at least 50, and he starts bagging into gray ass car. And he's like, there better not be nobody in my parking space. This is handicapped. So this man gets out of his car and he's like, who in the hell parked in my space? Granddad says, yo, bro, are you blind? Yes, I am. You got a problem with that?
He's literally just copied the commentary.
Just like that, Robert Freeman has been trapped in a moment. So Huey says, yo, you could have killed somebody. And this man Stinkmeaner like, well, I'll be doing them a favor. Getting ran over by me is as gracious as Jesus Christ coming down himself and giving you Holy Communion. Do A, walk away and let insurance handle it, or B, fight with an old crazy blind man. And let's just say this brother chose B. So Stinkmeaner just start pressing him. He just starts spitting in his face. He like, what you gonna do, huh? Punk ass, pussy ass, jazz, punk ass, bitch ass, nigga.
He said all of that.
Bitch ass, nigga. And then Stinkmeaner ends up doing one of the most evil, demonic, and despicable things you can ever do to another man. Hold up, I smell new shoes. This man stepped on Granddad's new white voices.
And this was right after Granddad did his song of new shoes, new shoes.
You could ever do to a man, bro. Bro, I just bought these hoes from Foot Locker like 5 minutes ago.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
If you replay it back, look how we stepped on it. Bro,
He did a raw replay.
Had that hoe at a 90-degree angle and went, yeah. Nah, bro, that's how you know he ain't got no respect for you. And he like, yeah, they ain't new anymore, are they? Yeah, God. And on the other side, you got Riley ignorant ass promoting this like we about to watch Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate or something. So now it's the night of the fight and it is packed. Riley out here overcharging for $10. So they start squaring up and Stinkmeaner like, yeah, you scared? You scared, ain't you, bitch, nigga? Yeah, I can smell the right off of you. That's vintage. So he starts swinging and then Huey ends up realizing, oh my God. This ain't no trained blind samurai. He ain't got super hearing or nothing. He was just a blind old man that just got lucky. So he was like, wait, hold on, Granddad.
He's literally reading these quotes word for word.
Granddad started whooping
like acting out the episode himself.
Bro, I gave him a short you got tiger and started kicking up like Horang. And then Granddad loaded up and knocked him out.
Fatality.
And he didn't just knock him out. Granddad killed him. All because he got trapped in a moment. So, and even the devil said,
he's the baddest motherfucker I've ever seen.
This man got the devil to acknowledge that he is the baddest he's ever seen. That is the most legendary feat of all time. Over to Tom, who is basically the equivalent of a brother that is out of touch with his people. But even Stinkmeaner knew that every brother's spirit is weakened during that moment. So this dude ends up cutting off Tom and taking his parking spot. So Tom's like, hey, come on, man, you nincompoop. You can't do that, hey, come back here. I had my turn signal on and everything. But then the dude turned around and just started cussing him out.
I love this scene so much.
Pussy ass, weak ass.
What did you say to me? Nigga.
Don't ever your life ever holler at me, nigga. Now, as we can see, Tom has been trapped in a nigga moment. And this was the perfect time for Stinkmeaner to make his move. What did you say, nigga? So this man told WWE dropped him.
Yes, he did.
And he's like,
yeah, he was talking about
you was talking about
that good shit
a second ago, and you got kicked
in your chest.
You eat a dick, nigga. You eat a dick. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Somebody call an ambulance. Hey, help! Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, Tom has been possessed by Stinkmeaner. So this man Stinkmeaner got him acted up in the courtroom. Got up in there and said, yo, court nigga. Then later on, bro goes home to Tom's wife. And he's like, oh yeah, I want to beat up them booty cheeks. Oh, Tom, what has gotten into you? The same thing that's about to get into you. And he beats his wife's cheeks up. Oh my.
The connection got lost, but I was saying it's not cheating technically. I mean, he did possess Tom, but it's not cheating if it's in the same body.
To beat up on your girl Doonies. Nah, bro, that's crazy. So then later on, Stinkmeaner pulls up to Robert's house. Now, I don't know what Robert looking up on the toilet, but the sensor bar is going crazy right now. So Dog starts tearing the door down with an axe, and he's like, I'm back, nigga. Like, yo, yo, what in the shining is going on right now? So Granddad started running down the steps. Jesus Christ, this man's whole package is hanging out. So Stinkmeaner saying, you don't remember me? You don't remember my name? What's my name, nigga? What's my name, Robert?
And then Huey says,
Name? So then Huey finally says his name. He's like, ding, 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 that's right, nigga. So then all the Freemans get ready to jump him. So they get to scrap, and this man Stinkmeaner going crazy. Bruh, body Huey, smack Riley.
You knew Riley didn't have a
and
chance.
he's still continuing to body the whole family. Look at this chop. Then he like, is that all y'all got? Yeah. Look at his backhand to Huey. Oh my gracious. So they finally end up pinning him down, and Riley had to smack this man with like 3 faces to finally just knock him out. So later on, they got him restrained on this bed, and Robert is having this date. So in the middle of his date, Stinkmeaner wake up and he like,
Robert, I know you hear me, you bitch. I know you ain't paid your taxes yet.
oh, buddy, what is that? No.
I know you hear me, Robert. I know you didn't vote this year, you lousy nigga.
You weirdo! Wait, hold on, baby, that's just a TV! So they end up having to call the Catholic Church to exorcise this man. So there was only one man.
And it's Uncle Ruckus. There's some strong
God
bigotry.
bless you, Robert. I came as fast as I could. So let's go ahead and get down to business. Removing the evil spirit from a brother is as hard as getting rid of a hunk of shit. So we must use these holy weapons from God himself. A bunch of weapons that I will not say because, dear God, I will get demonetized. The brother will make excuses. If he get desperate, that brother may try to rap. Oh yes, you can hear it.
Robert, I know
Or even dance.
So they get up in this room, and Ruckus pulls out the Bible and says, read, read. Well, then they start beating this man on the bed and saying some phrases that I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I'm not the most family friendly, but I ain't saying it. But then Huey ends up realizing this ain't doing nothing. So they kept on doing this for like several hours, and then they ended up figuring out that the only way to expel his spirit was to create peace with him. And the only way to do that was for Ruckus to make him laugh about how much he hates brothers, and that finally ended up exorcising his spirit and sending him back down to hell. Exhibit C. All right,
His friends.
I now present to you Exhibit C, the Hateocracy. So even though that Stinkmeaner is now long dead and gone, he still had a crew that wanted to come back and get it back in blood. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Hateocracy. A group of bitter old hating ass niggas consisting of Colonel H. Stinkmeaner, Lord Rufus Crabmicer, Lady Esmeralda Gripe Nasty, and Mr. George Pistofferson. Now you see, they all met at a retirement home and they all hated each other. But the thing they had in common was that they hated everybody else even more. So they decided to cause complete chaos at the retirement home. Look at them stealing jello and crashing bingo parties. B4. B4. Bingo, nigga! Now what the f*** I win? Give me that shit! Eventually, it got to the point where they had to kick him out. But that didn't stop them because they roamed the earth for a decade causing chaos. Eventually, till they split up. But because of the death of Stinkmeaner, the Hateocracy reunited to get it back in blood. So meanwhile, we cut over to Ruckus working at this gas station, and this black car pulls up.
Always
So
working
they
a
come up
different
to the
job,
door, and
Ruckus.
Ruckus is like, oh, hell no, what the hell y'all want? We looking for someone. Are you sure it's someone or something? Because you should be looking for the zoo. What y'all looking for, the Curious George exhibit? We looking for a man named Robert Freeman. Oh, hell no. Y'all know Robert? Y'all best get to stepping before I send y'all ass the hell on. So you telling me you know Robert then? Good. Looks like I can find where he is if I beat your fat, googly one-eyed ass to death. Whoop his ass, Rufus.
Couldn't happen to a nicer
Man at
guy.
the gas station was jumped by 3 assailants in black. The victim, Mr. Uncle Ruckus, no relation, had this to say. Oh Lord, there was 3 of them. Oh, they must have escaped from the zoo or something. Them damn wild animals. Police say the suspects are still at large. So yeah, man, Ruckus got jumped. So later that day, George and Esmeralda pull up to Huey and Riley's school, and they like, yes, we're the grandparents of the Freemans, and we're here for checkout. Yeah, that's right, we're here for checkout, fool. So Huey end up realizing obviously something ain't right. So they go outside, and there they are. Well, we came a long way to kill y'all little motherfuckers. And dog, look at this jump. Nah, G. If I see a pair of
There's like Super
75-year-olds
Saiyans or
moving
something.
like this, I already know I'm about to get my ass whooped. So they start to get the scrapping, and they is teeing off. Oh my God. And look at Esmeralda. Oh Lord, she beating the hell out of Riley. Oh, and fun fact, she hit this man with the exact combo that Orochimaru hit Sasuke with, but she hit him with that gripe nasty variant. So Huey and
Oh,
Riley
wow.
just got
I never knew that.
body
That's crazy.
Riley got his ran, bro. Hey, at least Huey put up a fight. But they ended up getting bailed out because it was time for recess. But meanwhile, while this was happening, Robert ends up going fishing, but he ends up running into Rufus. So he's like, "Come on, and how are you doing?" "Oh, nothing much. I'm just thinking about catching fish. I might catch one more today." "Tell me, sir, do you know a man by Stinkmeaner?" "Oh, wait, you already should, because you killed him." "Robert Freeman!" So bruh starts swinging this. I don't even know what that is. So Robert started getting to stepping, but dude ended up wrapping him up in the thing. But Robert kicks the barrel of crabs in his face. Oh Lord. So later on, he ended up hiring Bushido Brown to be a body.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. Can we give a round of applause to Robert Freeman? W resourcefulness, man. W resourcefulness. To use the crabs? I wouldn't have even thought of that. That was on the fly thinking from Robert Freeman.
Guard. So the Hey Doctors end up pulling up to their house. So they start getting ready to jump this man Bushido Brown. But he low-key start working him. Oh my God! Look how he beat old girl, beat the wig off that bitch. Then he went in his face. Oh Lord. So later on, he ended up hiring Bushido Brown to be a bodyguard. So the Hey Doctors end up pulling up to their house. So they start getting ready to jump this man Bushido Brown. But he low-key start working him. Oh my God! Look how he beat old girl, beat the wig off that bitch. Then he went boom. Then he hit him with the finisher. Oh Lord! Nah, bro, this man Bushido Brown was cold. But I say was because that nigga's life was past tense. Rufus caught that man lacking. Oh my God. You know, you gotta censor a lot of stuff now on YouTube because you that new policy. You don't.
Did he just decapitate him in the middle of the fight? I guess he used that same weapon that he was trying to use against Granddad, but dang, it worked this time. That thing came through like a destructive disc, like, or Kienzan, whatever you want to call it. Krillin's move. Yeah. Not man, Frieza tried to steal that move from Krillin, bro. That is Krillin's move. And, dude, he cut, is that clean? Oh, that's crazy. I don't remember this. I don't remember watching that one, like, all the way through. I remember seeing clips of it, but I definitely saw those first two.
Don't want to make Mama Susan mad now, do you? So Granddad started apologizing. He's like, "Okay, bro, listen. I'm sorry I killed Stinkmeaner. I am sorry I had a nigga moment." But then they end up saying, "We don't give a f about no Stinkmeaner."
"I beg your pardon?"
"Yeah, he was our nigga, but it don't matter. We just came to f shit up."
"What?"
No, bruh. This whole time you thought, oh, they coming back to get it back in blood. No, they literally came and did all this, all for shits and giggles. Nah, bro, this is crazy. That's just hating to another level. So they
The Skip Bayless level hate. That was a perfect clip to use.
And the Stinkmeaner saga finally came to an end.
Psych!
Exhibit D. Ladies and gentlemen,
This must have been season
welcome
4.
to uncharted territory. The territory where legends are made. Welcome to Exhibit D. I now present to you the clone. So you see, Stinkmeaner wasn't done messing with Robert because he had a clone. You see, Stinkmeaner answered the ad on blackpeoplemeet.com, and the government made a clone of him. So he gets his note from the original Stinkmeaner, and it says, "Dear clone me, go with that nigga Robert from OG Stink." So later on, Robert is at the mall and he sees the back of his car.
I'm looking at the animation right now, and I don't remember the 4th season that much. There's the 3 original seasons, those were OG, and then I think they came out with an extra one, and I want to say, like, dang, I was a junior in high school, or sophomore or junior in high school, so it had to be either 2014 or 2015 when that 4th season came out. and it was a little bit different in terms of animation, and I don't know, it wasn't as good as the original 3, let's just be honest, but I think that this must be from that. Made sense that they had an episode with Stinkmeaner too, because he was in the other 3 seasons, so might as well.
Rammed into again, and guess who did it? What's good, Robert? That's right, I ran into your car, and I didn't even want to park there. I just wanted to up your car and wait here to tell you about it. So Robert's like, oh, nah.
It's gotta be, because the animation is a little bit different.
Kill you again then, huh? So they get to scrapping, and this man's Stinkmeaner is moving. And he's like, oh yeah, the government gave me some augmentation. Look at that headbutt, judo throw, sidekick, boom. And people recording Robert getting bodied, man. So you know this episode was made back then during the glory days of World Star. So the cops ended up coming and stopping this fight. But no, it wasn't over. Because later on, he get this call on Skype. Skype. Any of y'all remember Skype, man? Matter of fact, does anybody even still use Skype? But anyways, Stinkmeaner on the phone, and he like, what's good, nigga?
He's in that flight laugh.
We gonna have a rematch. And I done already told the whole world about it. So if you don't show, you a bitch. Robert. So they ended up having another altercation, but Robert called the cops and they ended up arresting Stinkmeaner. But then this is where it just got crazy. So Ed Wunsler pulls up to Robert's house and he's like, hey, I heard about your altercation with Stinkmeaner, so I bailed him out. And now we're gonna have a whole fight because I like money. So they end up making this a whole fight, a televised event with promotional material and everything. But while Robert was training for this fight, something was happening to him. The dark side was taking over, and he was slowly becoming more like Stinkmeaner. So it's the night of the fight, and you can obviously see the difference in him. Man's got the bald spot and everything. Bro became what he wanted to destroy. So they start to fight, and Robert just kicked him in the face. So Stinkmeaner like, oh, I see, you must have took some karate classes or something. So yeah, bro, this wasn't even a fight. Robert gave this man the most absolute beatdown of the century. But the thing is that you have to think about, though, this isn't really Robert. All this is just Robert under Stinkmeaner's influence. He ended up becoming what he wanted to destroy. An old hating ass nigga. So here we ended up having to stop it. He's like, Granddad, this ain't you. Stop, man. And yo, look at the whole crowd, bruh. It's just silent. And then this man Ed like, looks like this entire event was a flop. This is basically like an Austin McBroom Creator Clash fight. A flop. It was only fun when your ass was getting beat, Robert. All right, everybody, pack it up. Let's count up the pay-per-view sales. So then Robert told Stinkmeaner, if I let you live, will you stop messing with me? And Stinkmeaner like, I mean, sure. All you did was just have to ask. Nah, bro. So you telling me this man could have just stopped all this hating if you just asked him? Nah, that's crazy. So we cut 3 months.
I trust
later.
that as much as I trust Frieza when Goku tried to spare him.
Stinkmeaner outside of his house still harassing him.
Robert, hey, why you don't ever invite your boy Stink over?
That's up, Robert. So Robert comes to the door. He's like, get off my property. And Stinkmeaner say, oh, I'm on the sidewalk. And I'm going to be here for the rest of your life, Robert. See you tomorrow at 7.
He got a PhD in hating. That's crazy.